Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I'm really excited for two reasons. One, the season's over, there's a new season. I secured rank 1 on my main mage, and I think we secured Gladiator on my alt ELE Shaman. I'm going to be doing some breakdowns of some gameplay, but excited reason number 2 is I'm doing a giveaway with Razer. Guys, I'm hooking you up with some headsets. Down below is the link to enter. It's on my Twitter as well. It's the pinned tweet. Go check it out. All you have to do is follow on social media, and boom, you get a chance to win some free stuff. So I'm excited for those reasons. This is the last game, and you might be thinking, why are you running double Shaman? And I don't know why I'm running double Shaman. I'm getting trolled by my friend Oz. So most of the games for Zardazzle, queuing up to Gladiator Zardazzle instead of Duelist Dazzle, we are playing LSD. Normally we're playing Lock, Shaman, Druid. I posted some LSD gameplay on my YouTube channel, I think last week. This time, this was the last game of the season, guys, and I was 2696 rated. It's 5:30 in the morning. If you look at the timestamp right here, 5:30 in the morning, servers go down in 29 minutes. This was pretty much the last game we had to play, and my friend Oz thought it would be very funny to say, no, I'm only playing with you on my Shaman. No more games on my Warlock. We're only playing double Shaman for your last game, so let's see if we win. So we're playing double ELE Shaman Resto Druid for my last game for Gladiator, and the servers are going down in 28 minutes now. And this is going to be a dampener. It's going to be a longer game, so this is our last opportunity to essentially play a game. We have a nice big opener here with double Stormkeeper, tons of spread pressure, tons of damage onto the Resto Druid, but kind of what we want to do is double ELE, is just spread those flame shocks and then play very defensive with our lava bursts, purge when we can, get that spread pressure out. But then the key is when we have that double Stormkeeper, when we have that Ice Fury, when we have a lot of that damage, to then burst at the same time onto one target. So what my friend Oz would do, and Oz is probably one of the best ELE Shamans on North America. He's definitely one of the best ELE Shamans I've ever played with, so I'm kind of getting tips. Zardazzle's getting tips from Oz mid-game, but he's like, all right, Stormkeeper, 3, 2, 1, go. We have that double Stormkeeper, we triple Chain Lightning everything when we stack them. Envy playing very defensive, getting those bash clones, just keeping us topped, healing, playing pretty back and pretty defensive. So a Druid's role in this composition, or in LSD, I'm going to use this composition in LSD as almost synonymous because they're like the same thing. You're playing very defensive and you're surviving. But the Druid in like an RMD is going to be very offensive with their cyclones. They're going to be cycloning one, cycloning another, constantly cross-CCing. But in a composition like this, you are playing very defensive. You don't necessarily have to get clones. Look at all the diminishing returns. There's no clone DRs on any of the three enemy team on the enemy team at all right now, so that's wonderful. You can cyclone, like right here we do have the time to cyclone. We're all topped off. It's definitely pretty fine, so you can go for those clones, but it's not like those triple CC setups are necessary to kill like I talked to you guys about when I'm playing my mage in RMP, for example. You really are going for that kidney shot and the sheep and the fear and that triple sheep and then boom, one shot, right? It's not like that. We're going to be playing back. We're going to be spreading those flame shocks. We're going to be bursting with Ice Fury, Sky Fury, and Chain Lightning. And yeah, this is kind of the pace of the game. And as this game goes on, I'll kind of like talk to you guys through the end of the season. I played on my mage quite a bit. I got a little over 3K rated on my mage, actually, 3002 or 3003, something like that. And that should secure rank 1, so Dominant Gladiator on the main mage. And for that, I played Arcane Mage, ELE Shaman, Holy Priest with these same guys, with Envious and Oz on our mains. Envy gets very low here, so I'm throwing some healing surges onto him to try to save his life. I'm like, no, this is the last game. Please don't die. That Thal heals goes out. Sheer, make sure to stay safe, and we're playing back in defensive once again. But playing with these same guys for rank 1, guys, we hit 3K with it. It's a very weird, awkward composition. So we're playing double caster. I can definitely upload more of that footage onto this channel if you guys want. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys want to see some 3K Arcane ELE gameplay. I played a lot of it off stream, actually. Reason being is we don't want to get sniped, though it's very, very difficult to actually push rating on stream. However, these games right here, Zardazzle's final moments for Gladiator, were on stream, so that was definitely pretty sketchy, but a lot of the viewers were pretty hyped. If you guys don't watch my live stream, I stream every night on twitch.tv/XaryuLOL. The links are always down below for all my social media, but I pretty much do daily streams if you guys didn't know, over on Twitch. But Dazzle getting gripped in, very scared in this moment. I've never been Gladiator on Shaman before. Actually, Shaman's one of those classes that I just kind of recently picked up, and I was just like, you know what? Let's go for it. So I wanted to get Gladiator with one of my ults this season. My Rogue and my Priest I've been Gladiator on before, so instead of pushing on Gladiator on my Rogue or my Priest again, I'm like, you know what? Let's get Gladiator on the Shaman this season to change it up. So I'm very, very excited about that. For those of you guys that don't know, Gladiator is the top 0.5% of players in North America at the end of each season, and rank 1 is the top 10%, so 0.1% of each of all the players. So rank 1's a little bit harder. Gladiator is still pretty prestigious though, and I'm pretty happy to get it on one of my alt characters. Hopefully, so we ended at 2709. I think the cutoff was 2699, so I think we just barely made it to that Gladiator rating. But as you can see here in this game, Druid's at 42% mana. My Druid's still almost full mana. We're throwing down those Earthquakes. We're really line of sighting. We're weaning the enemy team, as Shanimal would say. That's the Icebound Fortitude coming out from that Frost Death Knight. Pretty much just putting down the Earthquakes, line of sighting, playing as lame as I possibly could, because I don't want to risk anything. I don't want to run in and die. I'm not trying. This is the last game, pretty much crunch time right here. And just to tell you guys a story of how this went down, servers went down at 5 a.m. It's 5:36. You might be like, well, how are you queuing? Servers went down at 5 a.m. and they came back up at about 5:25. And this is the game that we got when we queued back up. Servers came back about 5:25. And the realm, like the server didn't stop for PvP, so the PvP season didn't end until 6 a.m. So there was this like 40-minute differential in time where from 5:25 when the servers came back up till 6, you had about 35 minutes to squeeze in some more games. And I was very scared and nervous because right when the servers went down, I was 2696. Let me say that correctly. 2696 rated, which means I was one game off of Gladiator, and I was like, no, I'm gonna be a duelist. I'm gonna be a duelist, one game off. And then servers went down, and then I was like, I was pretty sad. I was like, oh man, one game off. Oh well, maybe next season. And then servers came back up 25 minutes later. We logged in and we got this game right before the season ended, because season didn't end once again until 6 a.m. PST. So we had basically one more game once the servers came back up to try and secure that Gladiator title. And then that is when Oz was like, nope, we're not going to play on my Warlock. I'm going to play double Shaman with you. So we're playing double ELE after servers went down. My poor little heart, man. I could barely take it. But a lot of purges should be coming out in this game. As you can see, I'm at 100% mana, so I'm actually not quite purging enough. If I was purging more, the enemy Resto Druid would have to reapply his hots. That's really good because then he goes out of mana. So purging more is definitely the play here. Zardazzle is actually learning a bit of that at the end of our queue sessions against Resto Druids. If you're just like doing damage and purging, it's just going to the Resto Druid. Once the Druids then you can kill everything, Dampening Sand, and you win. Whereas if you're not purging, it's really hard to get that pressure. Druid never goes out of mana, then you lose. So it's a huge difference. Trying to get these Frost Shocks out here, but I keep getting Grip back in. Have a lot of energy. When I say energy, I mean Maelstrom, but I am kind of line sighting Envy and Oz, so I'm going to leap back over, kind of line of sight with them, stay behind the pillar. I'm playing this, once again, guys, as safe as I know how to. I'm not making any risky moves here in this game. I'm not pushing in. If this was a normal game, I'd probably be running at the Druid or trying to the Druid, trying to kill the Druid, and if I died, I'll just be, I'll just queue it back up. But in this situation, you can't queue it back up because servers are going down. The season is ending, so I was like, you know what? This is crunch time. Let's give it our all, play it as defensive as possible, pressuring the Death Knight a lot. Because he's the melee class. If we can just run him back, as Oz likes to say, wheelchair the Death Knight, which means just kind of kite him back and back and back and back, and let the Frost Death Knight never really connect. And that's going to minimize the enemy's damage, right? And it's going to maximize ours, so we kind of just make sure in dampening we're doing more damage than the enemy team. It's just almost taking it down to the basics of more damage in or more damage out than you're taking in, and then in dampening, since we're both playing with Resto Druids, we should essentially win. So that's the strategy here, keeping the Frost Shocks onto the Death Knight, running around, making sure he can never really connect, making sure to keep an eye out for those Thalkeel's consumptions from that Demonology Warlock. Right there, it's being casted on Oz. I was like, Oz, watch out, bro, that Thalkeel's is going to connect, and that is the artifact ability from the Demonology Warlock. Speaking of artifact abilities, I think a lot of them are being kept in BFA for the new expansions, so that's exciting. I haven't played too much of the beta. A lot of you guys might be wondering why I haven't played too much of the beta or the alpha for the new expansion, and it's mainly because the PvP isn't quite out yet. You can't queue skirmishes or arenas or anything like that, and the PvP templates aren't activated yet. So I don't have much interest in just playing the PvE dungeons and stuff like that. But back to this game. Enemy Druid, 22% mana, 20% mana now. They're rotting. We aren't rotting really too much. And we do have double Shaman as well. So if we start rotting a little bit, both of us Shamans can heal ourselves, top ourselves back up. There's the reflection from the Warlock and the skin from the Warlock. Have 80% Maelstrom. Anything higher than 81% Maelstrom, if you do play with percentages, is going to give you that Earthshock stun because of the new talent on your weapon, giving you 20 more Maelstrom. So 100 out of 120 Maelstrom, or 81%, is going to actually stun the target. You don't need 100% Maelstrom to achieve that stun. Warlock's getting very low again. He does throw out that wall. He has no trinket, no wall, no skin. Getting some damage on the Death Knight. The clones are coming out, though, to keep us sustained. I get stunned there. More damage now coming out on the Warlock. Throwing out those I should be throwing out those purges a lot more, especially at this point in the game. Druid's 0% mana. He's going for a drink right now, but we're keeping up the pressure to force him out. Hopefully, he does get 7% mana there. Doesn't look like he got too much. That Stormkeeper's out. Death Knight's line is sighting once again, so Death Knight's in a lot of trouble. Warlock's in a lot of trouble. There's the AMS. Druid's still completely tapped on mana. Zardazzle needs to learn to purge a little bit more after watching this game, though. If I throw some more purges, the enemy team isn't receiving heals. Druid can't put up some more hots. Easy peasy, GG. We win a little bit sooner if I was throwing out some more purges. So definitely critical of my own gameplay there. Have enough Maelstrom for an Earthshock stun. Want to throw out the Earthshock stun, throw out some more Frost Shocks, get some more damage out. Druid's going for a drink right there. Oz does leap in immediately and stop it with that Earthquake. 8% mana on the enemy Druid. So basically, as long as we keep playing this game, like, this is the game we want to play. The enemy team is on their back foot. They can't really make anything offensively happen at all. The Druid's he can't heal. If we just get some more damage out, more purges out, eventually the enemy team will go down. Keyword eventually. It's not a quick process. Druid's going for another drink. I actually leap in here to stop it. Oz stops with that Earthbind as well. And as long as we stop these drinks, there's pretty much no coming back for the enemy team. We want to get some offensive pressure out of the Ice Fury, Sky Fury. I have that Stormkeeper available pretty soon here. Warlock's taking a ton of damage. Warlock hasn't been topped in like minutes at this point. DK, same thing. Warlock could go down near 23% life at this point. I was probably screaming like kill, man, because all I wanted was that Gladiator Dazzle, get fear. Just throw out the Trinket, throw out that Stormkeeper. So much damage everywhere now. 34% life on the Warlock. Druid's getting a little bit lower as well. He's obviously not regenerating any mana whatsoever. The enemy team's doing a great job of surviving, though, just line of sighting. And that's kind of the problem with double ELE, guys. It's really, really difficult to actually finish anything. I mean, think about it. How are you actually going to finish anything? Oh, I am playing Cap Totem as well because we didn't want to play double roots. I'm not very good with Cap. I didn't even use it that much. I never play Cap Totem. But my friend Oz was like, you play Cap since I'm playing roots. We don't want to DR our own roots. So have that Cap Totem. Get that Cap Totem there. Probably could have used it a lot more this game. Finally, the Death Knight goes down, and at this moment, I was just sinking into my chair, so happy, because the server's 543. We probably would not really have enough time to queue one more, but if we lost him, we would need two more. So this was it. This was really it. If we lost this game, didn't get Gladiator. If we won this game, we did get Gladiator. There's the damage breakdown. It's our Dazzle. Not doing too bad on the damage breakdown, just a little bit under Oz there. Pretty happy with that. Also got that 2700 achievement on my alt ELE Shaman, so very happy with that. Huge shout out to Envy and Oz for helping me, playing with me on Dazzle this season and on the mains. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs down. Now talk to me in the comments about what you guys want to see for next time. Don't forget about the giveaway I also just launched right now. So as I'm saying this, I launched it right now. You guys are seeing this video in the morning. So the giveaway is live. Make sure to click the link down below if you want a chance to win some Razer headsets. Good luck. Have fun, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.